All right, man. It's week 10, fellas. And week 10, I don't know what we learned in the first 8 or 9 weeks, other than the fact that not
I
only
don't
did
know.
any given Sunday, but it's any given player, because you don't know who gonna perform based on matchups apparently, because the way these last few games, if Thursday's any indication, if this continues, then I might as well blow my whole little lineup, DFS lineups out the door, and just go ahead and start working on next year. Turn our league into a keeper league.
Right.
Start thinking
Man,
about who
Start thinking about draft picks.
Yeah. Yep.
I keep thinking about Herm Edwards. That's why they play the game. It's not given what's going to happen.
Man, so look, let me before we get started, man, since we all come out of the same alma mater, and that is give a shout out to the Frostburg football team, man. They actually had a dominating victory this past weekend, and they ended up winning their conference, or at least to share the conference. And then this is
Frostburg.
Yeah, man,
Wildcats.
the second year at D2, man, and it's crazy. And that I didn't realize that it's only been 2 years, because since Coach Fitzgerald been there, man, they've been dominating every season. And so for this to be their second year at D2 and get a share of the conference championship is crazy. And they only had one loss this year, and that was to school out of Ohio, Notre Dame, which has kind of been their nemesis. But that school is normally ranked in the top 20 to top 10 each year. But nah, man, it's a shout out to them, man. They've been doing big things. So definitely had to give them a shout out before we get going. Shout out to Coach Fitzgerald, the Bobcats. My man Coots Records was broken last on Friday night.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. It's a cat out of Dunbar. He got to set the school record for touchdowns in the season and receiving yards in the career, I think. It might be a career, actually, as a matter of fact.
They're a passing team now?
Man, passing ain't the word. They everything.
What position did y'all used to play?
All receivers. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I played corner too.
And so yeah, man, it's crazy. It's they offense potent. Like since Coach Fitzgerald got there, they do a little bit of everything well. So if these first two, and only bad thing about it is because it's only their second year in D2, which I'm not sure why this is a rule. They're not eligible for the playoffs. So they actually ranked in the top 25, but can't make the playoffs because of a rule saying that you can't go to playoffs within your first 2 years. So I'm assuming, if I know Coach Fitzgerald, he'll use this as a recruiting tool, man, and load up again, and they'll be ready to come back and have another good season next year. So, but man, let's get into it, man, and recap this. I don't know what you want to call the Thursday night game between Baltimore and Miami.
Multiverse or alternate.
The Marvel show called What If? That's what DFS feel like right now. What if?
What if?
Josh Allen only scored 2 points. Against.
What if Brissett come in and then Tua comes in after him?
Brissett comes in for 2 drives and then leaves. I was like, man, this is crazy. So Miami wins that game. Like not only do they win, but they hold Baltimore to 10 points. And the only takeaway I got from it is that from Baltimore side is that I think Rashad Bateman is definitely somebody going forward that you got to keep an eye on and probably have to have in your lineups from here on out. He in the loss he had 6 receptions, 80 yards, leading the team in receiving. But Mark Andrews continues. He did get the late touchdown, had 6 for 63 on 8 targets. And I think you got to look at Lamar Jackson's floor, which is basically 15 to 16 points each week. We had 238 yards passing, 39 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The crazy thing is, so it was basically Miami's defense that won the game for him, because if you look at Miami from an offense perspective, nobody really did anything other than Albert Wilson, who had 4 receptions for 87 yards. But other than that, Tua, he had the one touchdown pass. Brissett went out early. So, I'm sorry. Tua had the one rushing touchdown. It wasn't even a pass. He was 8 for 13 with one rushing touchdown. So, Gesicki had 7 targets.
Man, he hurt
and gave you a donut in the game. Like, so if you said that the Miami Dolphins would dominate the Ravens, and Jalen Waller would only have 4 receptions, Gesicki would have no receptions with 7 targets, and Myles Gaskin, nobody had more than 30 yards rushing. Like, there's no way you would even remotely think that would be a box score for this game. So, I believe that.
And Justin Tucker missing.
Oh man, that's another thing. So, yeah, man. So it's like I said, we like you say, we're in the multiverse at this point in time. I'm not sure. Is they doing the what ifs for the NFL season? You guys, who'd you have, Jose, from the Baltimore? Oh, you had.
I had Marquise Brown.
Yeah, I had him in one of my lineups too. I just knew. I just knew he was in for a big day. Like
I thought Gesicki was gonna have a big day. They had him ranked. They said they was going against the 9th easiest team to go against for tight ends. I was like, all right, I'm good. I got him. I put Kittle on the flex because I was going to switch out Kittle. Man, my team looks suspect right now.
Look, the crazy part is, right? So I'm looking at the player status updates. So going in Thursday game, Tua was not even expected to play.
Nope.
Right. It's like if he was hurt, if he was healthy, why wasn't he in at the beginning?
Yeah, they had him at the emergency quarterback at that point in time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And it was the only quarterback.
Crazy. So, all right, man. Right now, going into this weekend or today's slate of games, not expected to play. They got DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, both back on there again, and not expected to play. They're both doubtful. And it looks like Rondale Moore and AJ Green and Christian Kirk will be the actual pass catchers for Arizona this weekend. But they'll have.
Don't forget about Wesley.
Oh yeah. So, and with Murray out, man, you guys think they're gonna be able to repeat last week's performance? So they got
they played
Arizona got Carolina, so they got an easy matchup. So
yeah, but Carolina got good secondary right now.
Yeah, they
I think they'll be able to run the ball.
The problem is not the secondary. The problem is if the quarterback gonna get a game away.
Oh no!
So it looked like what's the name is starting for Carolina?
McCoy.
No, PJ Washington.
Walker or
Walker? It's a PJ Walker. Yeah, I'm thinking of
PJ Walker.
I'm thinking of the basketball player, PJ Washington. So Zach Wilson not expected to play for the Jets.
I got Mike White on a couple of my DFS.
I just actually had to move Mike White into my starting QB position in my one league because Ben Roethlisberger got the vid, so that's a positive. So that kind of threw me for a loop. But ruled out today, Alvin Kamara not playing for New Orleans, and he's actually dealing with a knee issue, and so it looks like Mark Ingram going to get all the carries this week. Damian Harris, running back for New England, he's out. Against Cleveland, he's still within the. He didn't clear concussion protocol. Antonio Brown still out for Tampa Bay. Gronkowski is off, so I'm about to run this down. So Antonio Brown's out, Gronk is out, and I believe Chris Godwin was iffy going into the weekend, but he looked like he's expected to play.
Yeah, I got a message saying he's about to play.
Yeah, so I was wondering if I was thinking if Antonio Brown, Gronk, and Godwin is out, I was getting ready to set Mike Evans up for all my DFS lineups. Lock him right on in there.
Yeah, I got Fournette in a lot too.
Curtis Samuel, who has not played much at all. So I'm not even sure why this is even news. He's out once again. Jamal Williams, running back for Detroit, is out, still dealing with a thigh injury, and that's been out. He's been out since week 8. So Chase Claypool, receiver for Pittsburgh, he's out this week, and he's dealing with, I think he's dealing with like a turf toe issue, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, Nick Chubb, as me and Jose, we were talking about earlier before we went live. He's ruled out. He had a COVID. Yep, he had the COVID positive COVID test. Julio Jones is out. I've been hearing a lot of noise about whether or not Julio Jones was somebody you buy low on, or whether or not he was in for an uptick in his performance. Man, I've been off of Julio Jones for a minute. Like I think his best days are long gone. I can't see him being a consistent fantasy producer at this point in time. Like he can't stay. First of all, the reason why I originally moved off on my dynasty league was he couldn't stay healthy, and look like that hasn't changed much at all. So Chase Edmonds, he's out multiple weeks. He went out last week after just playing one series, so he's on IR. So this looks like a minimum 3 weeks that he'll be out. So that bodes well for my James Conner selection. So we'll see if that.
Yeah, you better start him.
I know, right? I don't think I have a choice at this point in time.
He had him on the bench.
De'Ami Brown, Jose's favorite Washington receiver. He's questionable. It's a game time decision.
He's gonna play. It's against Washington. He got to play. We need some players.
So expected to play. Folks who were questionable but expected to play this week is Sammy Watkins. He thought Zach Moss might miss, but he looked like he's expected to play. And then we talked about Chris Godwin, James Robinson. Folks thought he might be out to look like he's going to play. Ramondre Stevenson's playing. Keenan Allen is expected to play. Rondale Moore and Tim Patrick. So that's your. Anybody I miss, Jose, at all?
Nah, not that I recall. Oh, Russell Wilson is playing. I think Aaron Rodgers is playing.
Yeah, so they're both be active this weekend. So I didn't see him come up with any reports. But I mean, let's get into the slate of games, man. And let's start it off with New Orleans versus Tennessee. Titans are favored by 3, which is basically based on them being home. Trevor Simeon looks like he'll get to start again. Any chance? I remember Gene brought up the fact that Taysom Hill is the number one player in fantasy. I was surprised he didn't get more work last week, but it remains to be seen if that happens. So the over-under on this is 44.5 points. Looks to be tight. Like I said, Vegas has them Titans favored by 3. Mark Ingram. So he looks like, man, he looks like he's a super safe category from a DFS standpoint. But what you guys thoughts about Mark Ingram being the star running back for New Orleans? His over-under today is expected total. Let's see. They got him at 12 points, but I think that might be standard.
Yeah, I got him going under.
Yeah.
I don't see Sean Payton just leaning on Mark Ingram for this game. Sure Sean Payton going to draw up some weird type of plays, passes to the tight end or some awkward to make him be effective. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be something creative. So, yeah, I'm not really banking on Mark Ingram going off.
What's your thoughts on Jose? You think you going under as well?
Yeah, I'm going under. I think man, this might be the game Tyson Hill do something.
Could be.
I think he might be the X factor as a Kamara type of play. I don't know. I think they're going to try to pass to him, or have him as the running quarterback or whatever, because they're or have I think they got Ty Montgomery.
Do they have Ty Montgomery?
I think they do, but they got to find something, man.
Okay.
I think Tennessee's gonna. I picked up Tennessee defense on a lot of my leagues.
You guys getting any want any of that Tennessee backfield between Adrian Peterson, Jeremy Nichols, and Deontay Foreman?
No, I mean Peterson.
Not
I
this
think
week.
yeah,
I'm not feeling either. Not against the Saints defense. But I wouldn't be surprised if Adrian Peterson once again they get a goal line, get a goal line carry or two, and falls in for a touchdown. But
are you picking any player from this team from this game?
I
Man,
like
this
AJ Brown.
Man, I don't
If you
even like
don't,
AJ Brown. I
the
mean, normally I do, but he's playing against Latimer.
Lattimore.
yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Lattimore be shutting people down. Yeah, I mean, like a sneaky play might be Callaway. You know, like I said, they gonna have to do some offense. I don't see it going through Mark Ingram. So so who knows? But like you said, we could see Hill in this game. I agree with that. It's gonna be something weird
Yeah,
that they're
I
gonna
agree
do.
with that.
And I'm actually checking the line in terms. This can't be right. This must be like a typo. Uh, the next game we were going to go into is Buffalo versus um,
The Jets.
the Jets.
I like this
And
matchup.
the thing about it, what I'm seeing right here is Buffalo favored by 3, but that can't be right, can it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Just been
Um,
putting up points, man, and Buffalo hasn't been consistent. Buffalo lost to Jacksonville. I mean,
I see
You
the
got,
one
what you
I'm
got,
seeing
Tony?
says 12.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
That sounds right because the Vegas point totals are 30 for Bills and 17 for the Jets. So that must be a typo. Because the over under is 47.5 points. So yeah, 12 sounds right. Oh, say,
yeah.
look, I know the Buffalo Bills fell off, but it couldn't have fallen off. But man, look, after last week, man, are you guys trusting Buffalo's offense at this point in time? Y'all getting any shares of
nah,
Buffalo
they
this
ain't.
week?
I mean, I'm picking players from him, but to me, I'm kind of worried about it. They're not consistent. You know, I do. I got man, I got Josh Hill in my fantasy league and some of my DFS, but I'm not 100% confident in it. I just did it because the name.
Yeah, I don't think I picked anybody from this game.
I picked players. I picked Mike White and Elijah Moore and the running backs, Michael Carter and Ty Johnson. Those are the only people
I
I
mean,
picked.
they did put up 30 points on Indianapolis, so
Right.
so you never know. It could be, like a sneaky play, especially Elijah Moore, because they probably gonna be down, but who knows with the Bills. So
What's the
Man,
over
listen,
under with Stephon Diggs?
Stephon Diggs, his expected output is, hold on 1 second. Close out this Mark Ingram file.
It's the year that you
He
lost.
is so in half PPR, Stephon Diggs expected totals week from the expert consensus ranking is really now my computer gonna freeze up on me. What's going on?
It's not good.
Nah, not at all.
Corey Davis back in the lineup too. Let's not forget about
No, I
him.
honestly like Corey Davis. I honestly like Corey Davis.
All right, so they got him at um, 12 points and half PPR.
Wow.
Yeah, they got him at 12 points. And the thing is, his stat line, like his season totals this year aren't bad, but just based on where we drafted him at this year is a reason why it seems like he's such a big disappointment. And he just hasn't had those explosive multi-touchdown games. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's projected point is 15.6. So that's a little better. What do you guys think about Diggs for this week? You
In
going
the
to turn?
matchup,
You going to O-wind on that? O-wind on that?
Man, these some tough questions, man. Yeah, I mean, let's go through Diggs. Last couple weeks. So what I'm showing here is last week 8 targets, 6 receptions, 85 yards. Well, he did have 2 touchdowns one week 6 and one week 8, and he been averaging over 7 targets.
He's getting the
Uh,
targets.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Diggs has a bounce back week. I'm gonna take the over. They got embarrassed last week. They something got to happen. So I'm gonna say it's Diggs. Lean on your superstars this week. So
What about you, Jose?
I want to say over, but I'm going under this time. I'm gonna go under this time.
actually, for these stats, it don't look like he's been over that the whole season. Am I
Yeah,
reading this right?
I'm gonna go under it because they got Knox coming back. They got Beasley. They got Emmanuel Sanders. And it's just they're not. Their offense is not clicking. Or
Yeah, he
Josh,
only got 3 games over that out of the 8 games that he played. So
you gonna
I'm gonna
change
say
yours?
I'm
Yeah,
nah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it.
I was gonna say he had to be killing that number. So
They gotta get back to leaning on their superstars, man. So
right.
they gotta get in the ball, and stop playing around with this 6-9 losing to Jacksonville. Come on now.
look, the crazy thing is that I thought with knocks out, right? Like it'd be more opportunities because they didn't have anybody else other than Emmanuel Sanders, and that was getting a whole lot of the pass share. But that really hasn't helped much at all since he's been out. He's still been putting up those pedestrian type numbers for him.
Yeah, Beasley went up though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Beasley
did. He did have uptick, and so they said Beasley had 11 targets last game. That's not going to get you much production, but that's from offense, from a full offense standpoint. But
They
you
said
playing Corey
Beasley is
Davis?
like their running back, So
Mhm.
Yeah, basically, because they basically giving him carries because he had 8 for 33
right.
last week. So you got
No, I'm not
should we?
playing Corey Davis,
I
but
was gonna say, do we need to do a 0-1 on Corey Davis?
I actually played him on one of my DFS. I honestly think they're gonna pass. I think it's gonna be like a 400-yard type of game passing. I think it's gonna be Corey Davis with the numbers and Crowder and Elijah Moore. I honestly see the Jets winning this game.
You think the Jets gonna win the game? They passed. They had 52 pass attempts against the Colts. I'm interested to see if they get that many opportunities, and they go that pass happy this week against Buffalo. So
I mean,
James Crowder, he's averaging 7.5 targets, 5.5 catches a game. So I can see that continuing as well, but it's not going to yield you much. Still like a wide receiver 4. You just gonna say something, Jose?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that teams are seeing that any team can really win, so you can kind of sell the just speech team is like, look, man, Jacksonville beat them. We have an opportunity. That's never, let's shoot. Miami just beat Ravens. Like we always got an opportunity. So I think that right there is gonna motivate a lot of people.
So, Terrence, from a DFS perspective, do you think that since Buffalo had a super bad week last week, that you can get some of these players on a contrarian play between, either Sanders, Diggs, or Allen, or you just think the fact that the Allen is, supposedly always in the top 5 each week, that he'll still be picked up or not, like he'll still be highly played in this matchup?
Yeah, I definitely think ownership gonna be low on him this week. Because for one, if you just it's looking like they're supposed to blow him out. So a lot of times when you see that on the DFS side, then people don't really go after the quarterback or pass catches. because they assume they're gonna be playing from ahead. So yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be low ownership on Buffalo. But yeah, so it could be a sneaky play to get Diggs in there, So
All right, cool. The next game up, and this I'm not sure. Considering that Big Ben is out, I don't know what we expect from this game. And I don't know if the line has moved since then. Detroit Lions versus Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are favored by 3. I'm not sure if that's changed.
that's
Maybe
changed. It
probably
used to
favored
be
by
8.
more.
It was
Yeah,
it was
okay.
8 before, but once Ben went out, it changed.
And so the over under game total is 42.5 points. Man, you guys touch anybody in this other than Najee Harris? And can you trust Deontay Johnson with Ben being out?
I
I
had
got to
fair
throw
move.
somebody, but
I think I got him as
yeah,
anybody. Him and Najee
as well.
Yeah, I got them two because with the quarterback, he's gonna hurry up and dump off to the quickest hot read. And then on Detroit, I just got Swift.
Yeah,
So
that's
the one thing I will say. Go ahead, Terrence.
Yeah, I was saying Swift and Hawkinson.
So I ain't got Hawkinson, man. I don't trust this. I don't trust.
So the thing is, I was going to say that Swift would be a great play because I figured they'd be playing from behind most of the game and have to go pass happy again. However, with Ben out, I'm not sure. This might be a down to the wire type game. So they went my thesis on playing Swift
6'9", yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely want to look at Pittsburgh defense too. Even Detroit defense might be a sneaky play on the DFS side.
Look, you might either one of them.
That's good,
Right.
man. Way to bring that up. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I'm definitely gonna write that down.
All right.
Yeah. You still got to play Hawkinson,
game,
though. I mean, he's still getting, at least 9 targets every game. So
on DFS or
fantasy?
I mean, on both. I mean,
Man.
is he still a must start for you, Rodney? Because I know you got him right. Every week start,
like because you're not gonna get that value anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. With the state of the tight ends, unfortunately, you got Jared Goff as quarterback.
I know. Look, remember his last game, week 8, he had 10 catches, 89 yards. So he hasn't scored since week 2, but he's on pace for 102 catches, 952 yards for the season. So at this, and the Steelers, they're not great. They're not a super. They're not a great matchup for tight ends. One way or the other, they're middle of the pack. So yeah, definitely roll. I know I'm rolling Hawkinson out there. The next game with the real Jacksonville Jaguars stand up. Like, can I get the Jaguars that we expected for most of the year to come and play? They playing against.
Hey, they scored 9 points. That's the real Jaguars.
You know what? That's crazy. That's right. You know what I mean? They actually played. Right. They gave us exactly what we expected. 9 points. Right. The fact they won the game. That's the crazy part about it. So the over under in this game, Jaguars Colts is 47.5 points. Looks like the Colts are favored by, I want to say 11 and a half. And
I'm actually playing a lot of people in this
one. I definitely think you can play Wentz. The question is, and you're definitely playing Taylor. Man, I think I was on the fence whether or not to play Marvin Jones, but I think I may have to. But you're playing Pittman for Indianapolis as well. I think. Oh, we know Dan Arnold is doing this thing.
He had 30 targets over the last game.
Yeah, man.
I'm picking on Jamal Agnew.
You think of Agnew?
Mm-hmm.
What's Agnew?
Just gonna keep calling him every week.
Every week I'm gonna call him. I started last week, but that 6-9 hurt my credibility. This week right now.
So his fantasy finishes. So basically, the first 4 weeks he didn't play much at all, but the last 4 weeks he's been seeing almost half the snaps, and so it's his finish in half PPR since over the last 4 weeks has been wide receiver 41, 30, 19, and 54. So he's been targeted over 30 times in that time, and that's over that span, and it's gone for 20 receptions, 184 yards, and 1 touchdown. And so I think he's a deeper play for me. Like if he's one of Jose's sleepers, I can see that. One of his sleeper king picks, I can see that being the case. All right, so man, the next game, it don't bode well for us from a fan base standpoint. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Washington football team.
This is the game of the week right here, baby.
This might be a bloodbath, or from a fantasy standpoint, if you play it right, it might be the come up.
This payback from last playoffs.
Over under is 51.5 points. I don't know how many of them are gonna come from Washington. Is the question. I'm just gonna start off right off the break. Would you play Heineke this week?
Yeah.
If you in deeper leagues, or at least in our Superflex. Mm-hmm. I'm riding with them in one league, that's for sure. Like they
they're gonna have to pass. They're gonna have to pass to catch it.
They're gonna have to do something to try to keep up. So,
that's my lock of the week.
McLaurin, your lock of the week.
Yeah,
I like McKissick.
Look, the thing is, you can't really run against Tampa Bay too often. So it'd be interesting. To see what they do from that standpoint. I think Terrence, you heard you mention, you said you got a lot of Leonard Fournette this week as well. Question is, are we touching the Washington backfield? And if so, if I heard you guys right, it sounds like we're going JD McKissick.
Yeah, I'm going with McKissick.
Yeah, I mean, I do think McKissick is a good play because they're gonna be losing. And I'm a Washington fan, but the truth is the truth. So
I don't think they're gonna lose.
You don't think they're gonna what? Look, I thought Turns was the one that came in at 5 a.m. Did you have a late night too?
I did have a late. I actually did have a late night, man. But still, it's like multiverse, like NFL verse, whatever.
I got
Washington winning.
You did something else with yours. That's why the quarter's still on.
I got Washington winning, man. I got them winning by 1 point. Sneaky field goal.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
I got McKissick going for 100 yards. Ricky Seals-Jones, I think he's gonna do something. I also got Tyler Johnson from Tampa Bay. I got him on one of my DFS.
Let me tell you, the Bama's lost their last game to New Orleans. They coming off a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna drop 40 on these Bamas, yo.
No.
Like they gonna drop.
No. They may drop 40, but so is Washington. They ain't got no secondary.
Drop 40.
They ain't got no secondary.
We ain't got no quarterback.
Hey, you got Terry. You just talk about Terry as your locked in.
Off volume. This is straight off. He might have 15 targets. So I'm going with that. But like, as far as
they coming off of my week too.
Okay. All right. You gonna make this game interesting. I mean, okay.
Think about this. Look what he did against
Why
Green
you
Bay,
giving me hope, Jose? Why you giving me hope in my team?
Because I saw what he did. I saw what he did last year against Tampa Bay, right out of nowhere. Second of all, Tampa Bay don't have a secondary, right? Man, they're not as scary. They're not as scary as they did last year, right? The receivers, Godwin, he got an ankle injury, but he's playing. Only person I'm worried about is what's his name? Evans. That's the only person I'm worried about. Because I already know they're gonna dink and dunk to I already kind of know their game plan. They're gonna dink and dunk to Godwin. They're gonna try to get those big plays, touchdowns to Evans, and then the big sneaky long yardage they're gonna give to Tyler Johnson, and then they're gonna come and try to run the ball to just run the clock out. They get done to what's the name? Giovanni Bernard. I know the game plan, man. Only thing I don't understand. The only thing I can't get is the Washington defense. I don't know if it's going to be the Washington defense that's going to give pressure, or if it's going to be the Washington defense that just like you can run all over them. Because Fournette can either have 20 yards or 120 yards against their defense.
Fournette and McLaurin. That's who I'm going with.
That's your play.
Yeah. I got some Evans in there too, though.
I got Evans. I got Evans, McKissick. That's it.
I definitely like McLaurin because, like you said, they're gonna have to pass regardless of what happens. I like McKissick from Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones may have an interesting day.
Oh, DeAndre Carter. I got to say his name. Another sleeper, DeAndre Carter. He's been easy just coming in and playing the game number one. I like the connection. I like the speed that he has. He's been showing me something that I like. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Man, the only thing giving me hope on this game is that the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars can win the game 9-6, that the Miami Dolphins could beat the Baltimore Ravens and shut their offense completely down. That's the only thing I had to hang my head on.
The Jets.
Let me give you DeAndre Carter's receptions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, first of all, you already know Jose is all feelings, no facts when it comes to the Boston football team.
Listen,
I get it. Sometimes you got to do that. You know, I heard that it's better to play with your heart and not your head.
When I said the first thing in the beginning of the season, I said
one reception,
plays,
0 receptions, 1 reception, 3 receptions. That's your boy who you just.
What's the call out? You call out the last 3 games?
That's the last 4 games.
You haven't had over 4 receptions the whole season.
Yes, I understand that, man. But how many yards he had?
Okay.
I'm about to say that
51. Yeah, 51. The last one. Then he had 4. And he had 0.
What was his fantasy point?
6. Good. Going back to week 2, 0.2, 2.4, 7.3, 0, 3.1, and then last week he had a touchdown, so he got 11.1.
Man, you can shake
11.1.
You can shake.
You got to work off of that, man.
You can shake them stats up as many ways as you like. They gonna still come up snake eyes.
I must have watched the game, man. Watch.
It's a tough watch.
Hey, DeAndre, are you watching this right now? Hey, you gotta show them fools, man. Show them fools that I believe in you. I believe in you, Diami. I believe in you.
Yeah. All right, man. Moving on. We got the Cleveland Browns, the new Cleveland Browns, sans OBJ, going up against the New England Patriots. Man, you guys, the over-under is 45 points, and the Patriots are favored. Interesting. Looks like by less than 2, somewhere around there.
Yeah, this is an ugly game.
I see the game being pretty ugly.
But you got some players though in here to look at. You got Brandon Bolden. I believe pretty much all the other running backs are out.
I think what is it? Ramon Stevenson. He's expected to play, but he may be limited. So
they got JT Taylor.
Damian Harris is out too.
Yeah, I don't really, man. Hunter Henry, I trust Hunter Henry in this game.
The only day you need it, only day gonna give you the touchdown. So he got 5 touchdowns the last 6 games. So but his targets have been going down over the last 5 weeks too. So I don't know if you're ready, if you want to roll him out. In one league, I don't have any choice because I got Kittle. He got a mandatory 6-week minimum to be on the IR, so he isn't ready to come off IR just yet. This is last week. The Njoku and Hooper, I just don't see him. I'm not willing to shake the dice up on the gamble on either one of them, even though they could potentially have a decent week. I mean, Mac Jones only threw 18 passes last week. You imagine that's going to be an uptick this
Nope.
week? So,
I think it's gonna be last week. Like Chubb and Mixon were the top running backs. So I mean, I like the running game from New England. I don't know who it's gonna be, but if it's gonna be Brandon Bolden, I think that's a good play. And of course, Dearness Johnson would. I think
Yeah, I like Dearness
Felton,
Johnson.
Nick Chubb, and uh, Kareem Hunt are out.
yep. So
So
you gonna find out today whether or not he can handle a serious workload because if he still working prime time. All right, next game up. This should be a points bonanza considering Atlanta's recent uptick, but Atlanta versus the Cowboys. Over under on this is 54 points, 54 and a half points, and Cowboys are heavy favorites at home. Looks like about I think the line maybe is it 8 points?
I got 9. I see 9
Nine.
over here.
Okay, and so but actually, man, Matt Ryan started off as a dumpster fire early on, but it looks like they're kind of picking up a bit. Considering they playing the Cowboys defense, man, he might be a sneaky streamer this week down in Jerry World.
Yep. I like him.
Because we know Mike Davis not gonna do anything on the ground.
Right.
Then you got my man Cordero Patterson, who is still playing dual roles that should have some heavy fantasy production this week. You coach you rolling Zeke out there. Tony Pollard. Remember they were talking about they need out Tony Pollard. Zeke was I think I was one of the people that Zeke was losing it. Tony Pollard's production has gone like kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Since then, since early in the season. Oh, going to Gene's theory about man, we just got too many weapons between CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Gallup, and Schultz. Any of those you guys like? I'm sure you rolling Schultz out there if you got him.
Yeah, I like Schultz. I can't trust CeeDee Lamb or Cooper, man. I don't know if it's gonna be a high game or a low game with them. I'm not trusting any of them receivers.
Yeah, I think basically if you got either one of them, more than likely you don't have both. So if you got either one, you probably playing them based on where you drafting them at.
Yeah.
The question is for Atlanta, Russell Gage. Any
man, they're the same thing as Dallas. I don't know. I don't trust them, man. I mean, I got Gage, but they can also throw the OZ, man. And then, man, I don't know with them.
Only Kyle two people Pitts. I like Kyle Pitts and I like Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
And Ryan is a good streamer. So, all right. So, next game up.
There's really not too many teams that just by what you breaking off, that I really feel confident in.
All right. Before we move forward, let's play a few O-unders real quick. And this is based on some of the things that recently went down from an injury perspective. And this guy here, I don't know if you can get any better than what he's already been doing. But Cooper Kupp, we just found out Robert Woods is out for the season. They matched up against San Francisco. Over under is 19, basically 19 and a half points. You guys, he going over under that total this weekend.
I hate to say this, but more over.
Over 19 and a half.
His weekly output over the last 4 weeks has been, and I'm going backwards. So last week was 15, then 21, 33, 30, and then 13. So 3 of the last 5 have been over that number.
Odell's playing this game. I think Van Jefferson's a nice play to pick up.
Well, I don't know. See Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I mean, it's Cooper Kupp, man. What you gonna do? I got him going over. I'm gonna say over. I'm not gonna bet against Cooper Kupp the way he been going. About to break all the records.
He's the most consistent. Him and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. And from a QB perspective, our guy Russell Wilson, he's coming back this week, and right now his expected. They're playing Green Bay, so he's matched up against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, and so his expected point total this week is at looks like right under 20 points and 19.8, and this from the expert consensus ranking. What's your thoughts on Russell Wilson? You going over or under turn?
Over.
Going over.
Yeah, I'm going
Over.
over.
Russell will come back, hands are blazing.
Yeah, I need him to.
Yep. And even I think another sneaky play this week might be Lockett. It's somebody that people probably gonna be down on.
Thank you, Terrence. I need that.
Yeah, so I think we got Lockett. We gonna have a reunion, and I'm looking at Lockett getting one of them 60-yard joints.
Yes, please.
So
Terrence has spoken.
You actually went right into where I was going next. Is Tyler Lockett in terms of right now half PPR, his expected point total is 13.5. So what's your thoughts on that? I'm gonna say you think he's going over turns in 13.5. What about you, Jose?
Yeah, I'm gonna take game.
I think he's going over. Yep. I think he's going over.
I'm gonna have to go with the overship on that one as well.
I'm gonna speak it into existence.
I can see him having a nice little bounce back.
Do y'all got
he had a nice week against Jacksonville, right? He did what we thought everybody's supposed to do against Jacksonville. He had 12 receptions for 142 yards. Unfortunately, Buffalo didn't follow suit. With how the hell did that happen? How does
Geno
Smith put up numbers against Jacksonville, and then Josh Allen come back and basically do diddly with Stephon Diggs? I don't get that at all. But anyway, that's me complaining about my team stinking.
Do you have Tyler on your fantasy leagues?
In one of my leagues, I do. Yep.
You Terrence?
My DFS, yeah, I got him in a couple DFS jumps.
All right, man. So let's
hold on real quick. Terrence, did you go or your DFS, right? Did you go triple stack or any of them? Any leagues? I mean, any DFS?
I ain't see a lot of triple stack opportunities this week. But now that Godwin is playing, I might, add in some Brady, Evans, Godwin in there or some. Oh, I do have some Brady, Fournette, Evans. But I think that's the only triple stack I got this week.
I got a question for you. Considering that, most individuals, and this for you, Terrence, most individuals think, okay, well, if my running back go off, the chance of my quarterback going off decreases, and vice versa. And what goes into your thought process where you pick a triple stack where you include quarterback, running back, receiver?
I look at the over under. You know what I mean, and how many points they expected to put up, and I know that Brady can score 4 touchdowns in the first half. And then they can just run the clock out with Fournette, so somebody like that. I don't see that too much happening with like the Cowboys where they Elliott and Dak going off. So yeah, it depends on the team and how many points out there,
So let me ask you this, right? So you said okay. What if you had Tom Brady, Fournette, Godwin, and Evans?
Fournette. See, that's too many. Because I'm saying
if you look at the value and who they playing, and I'm talking about in the 1:00 games, the value. I think honestly, I think that's
I'm with you. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, okay, I'm saying Brady 4 touchdowns. Say you get lucky and you get 2 and 2 to Evans and Godwin, then that's to me, they don't really both go all. I don't know. You got Antonio Brown out and you got the tight ends not really producing. Yeah, so But then so now you need
and they playing Washington
touchdowns. You need probably 2 touchdowns before that. So now we're talking 42 points. So we need which could happen. You know what I mean? It could happen to the Redskins. So
could you ever play 4 stacks? Could you ever play? I mean, this would be probably a good opportunity to put like on a low end because the value. I'm just thinking the value because Fournette's like what in DFS or DraftKings. I think he's in 53 or 62 or something like that. 61. Mm-hmm. Or what about Wentz, Taylor, and Pittman?
Mm-mm. I mean, that's a good, but see, they don't drop points like Brady do. You know what I mean? They primarily, they don't. Their offense ain't set up like that. You know what I mean? Like Brady can get down the field in like 3-4 plays. You know what I mean? Like, so I wouldn't trust Indianapolis offense with that type of production.
Last one. What about the Seattle with Wilson, Metcalf, and Lockett?
Nah, not. Yeah, they ain't been dropping those numbers like that this year. You know what I mean? Like,
so the only one right now is
I haven't even seen Metcalf and Lockett go off like that
together. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not a whole lot of teams that's dropping those type of numbers. So, yeah,
Thanks,
if it was, go ahead.
No, I just good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Arizona. You know what I mean? Like when Kyler Murray is healthy, you know what I mean. Then you can go Connor Murray. Yeah, it's not a lot. Kansas City used to do that, but they don't. I mean,
I'm saying Kansas City definitely used to be one of those teams where you try to get at least 3.
Right, you get Kelsey, Mahomes and
Hill.
Receiver. Yeah, Hill.
And so next up, Carolina Panthers, Arizona Cardinals. Over under is 44. Cardinals favored by looks like 9.5. Over under is 44.5 points. Man, so interesting enough, we got the battle of the backups: PJ Walker for Carolina, Colt McCoy for the Arizona Cardinals. Terrence, did this line move at all over the course of the week, or has it always been that 9.5?
That's a lot. That seems about right. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't see what would change unless unless the last minute when they say Kyler Murray out, it might change. But yeah, I think I look about right to me.
Okay. All right, so we know we playing CMC, right? He had 49% of the snaps last week, but he got targeted relentlessly, and ended with a total number of 19 total touches for 106 total yards. And so I'm going to go on a limb and say you playing CMC, and he's going to give you an uptick in volume this week. You definitely playing James Conner. I mean, he had a blow up week last week. Unfortunately, I was too smart to play him going into the game. I gambled on Chase Edmonds, right? I very rarely do I play them both at the same time, and in both leagues, and I gambled on Chase Edmonds, and he got me 1 carry and was out the game. From a receiver standpoint, man, you want to talk about a team just killing a fantasy value for a player. DJ Moore has been absolutely useless, since I want to say maybe week 5, somewhere around there. And Robbie Anderson, he hasn't done anything all week, so you're not touching anybody from Carolina's receiver standpoint. Jose, who you said? I mentioned Kurt Moore playing this week. Who do you like? At least mention somebody else from
Arizona
that you like. Yeah.
the
Terrence Marshall. No, not Terrence Marshall. These were Carolina.
No, Arizona, like honestly, like Eno Benjamin.
Oh, Benjamin. Okay.
And then AJ Green. AJ Green comes back this game. So it'll be AJ Green, Christian Kirk, and Wesley. I think I don't know about Rondell Moore yet. I think he's game time decision or something like that.
Rondell Moore is. What did we say Rondell Moore was? He's expected to play. So
Yeah, honestly, I like the Arizona on this game.
Here's one for you. Any significance to them signing Cam?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thank you for that alley oop, Jose.
No problem, man.
I caught that joke and was like,
Gene was like this. What? Cam?
I actually had a hope on my fantasy league. I mean, my season, with that pickup.
Because I started thinking about like, man, nobody pick him up by 2:00. I'm gonna pick him up. Yeah, I definitely think he's gonna be an uptick. I think this one I think this is probably his best team that he ever had, weapon wise. He definitely got a lot of speed, more than ever, and I think he fits that offense. Honestly,
I'm interested to see. Last time we saw him on the field.
I know DJ Moore loving it. Anderson gonna love it. I do see an uptick on their play.
I'm praying he could do something for DJ Moore's salvage season somehow. I don't know if he can, but all right, man. Next game. This is, I think, and you can let me know if this is the case or not. Vikings Chargers. Over under is 53 points. Is this the highest point total for the expected point total for the week turns? And Chargers favored by 3, being at home.
Another one of my barn burners right here. Actually, Atlanta, Dallas is the highest at 54.
Okay, 54.
But yeah, this is next up at 53.
Okay. All right. So, man, look, I think you're running everybody out for this one.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, Herbert, Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, Justin Jefferson. Thielen is still getting the TD, so he's the wide receiver 3, still in the mix. I guess we do have one question. Keenan Allen had a breakout game this past weekend with 12 catches for 104 yards against the Eagles. But Mike Williams, man, he had 2 catches. It's 3rd in a row. What's your thoughts on him? I guess should we play over under on Mike Williams? Right now, he's. I'm
gonna go over this week.
You don't even know the number yet.
Okay. I don't care. I'm going over this.
It don't matter. That's what I say. You didn't got to do a number. It's either 2 or 30.
Yeah.
He had. What is he at? He is at for half PPR.
I'm going over. Forget it. Don't even read it all.
I'm gonna get an expert consensus rate. Half PPR right now, and they got him at 13.2.
Bounce back game, baby. Bounce back game for Mike Williams. I like this game too. I like a lot of people in this game. Like when I think about game flow, I'm like, I like Herbert, I like Eckler, I like Williams, and then I even like, instead of throw it back with another wide receiver, I would throw it back with Dalvin Cook on the other side.
What they got that other rookie or the other tight end, Farham or something like that?
Oh, Parham. Yeah, he got a touchdown last week. He won somebody the 300 the big tournament last week.
For real?
Bama played Parham. Yep. And that's the dude who won 300,000.
Yep. The game for me that I'm picking people from is that Vegas and Kansas City.
But just see, that's the Monday game though, so you can't play it in your.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I like a lot of people. I think Thielen gonna be low owned.
Conklin.
Because so I like Thielen to have a bounce back game. I think because the Chargers got a good cornerback. I don't know his name, but
Asante Samuel Jr.
Okay, yeah. I think they might have him on Jefferson. So I like Thielen. In this
Jefferson pretty expensive this week too.
Mm-hmm.
At least in DraftKings, he had 7,700.
Yeah.
But I mean, who do y'all think is the wide receiver one for Minnesota?
Jefferson.
Is it? Yeah, I would say it's Jefferson.
But when it comes down to red zone, it's stealing. When it comes down to like in red zone, it's stealing. He trusts him
So
more.
yeah, his touchdown total. It's almost like it was almost like James Conner, in that his touchdown output should have taken a nosedive by now, but he hasn't slowed down at all because his touchdown to catch rate is crazy. Let me see. He said he was targeted 7 times, had 2 catches, 6 yards against the Ravens, but had a touchdown. Right. So like I don't know how often you can trust that.
Yeah, that's why I think he's gonna be low on this week.
Right. All right, so cool. So we like a lot of those players from that game. Another game that could be have a pretty decent output. We talked about earlier with Russell Wilson in Seattle versus Green Bay. Seattle's favored by. Green Bay at home favored by 3. Oh man, we know right now the Seahawks ground game is not really producing, and so I definitely think it bodes well for Russell Wilson to have a big game. The question is whether it would be DJ Metcalf or Lockett or both. And we know we're running Devontae Adams out there for Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. He's confirmed to be playing, right? There's no
issue. He's confirmed.
And so with so Adams is it for from a receiver standpoint for Green Bay. I don't think any of the tight ends are worth.
Are you playing Aaron Jones? Can you trust him?
You know what I like is he's 13 right now in fantasy points. Who's played from running backs who played at least 5 games. But man, I like Dylan. Man, he's actually getting production, and as a backup. So you may be able to find some value out of him. But
yeah, you've been calling
Aaron
him
Jones
out for a while.
Yeah, Bag when I dropped him and Terrence picked him up like the Bama is. But
you dropped a lot of good players, man.
Man, look,
Ernest Johnson, Dylan.
I complained about it. However, it actually the short bench actually is working the way that I like it. Considering we got 14 teams in the league, and that one league it keeps the benches active, or the waiver wire active, where people can still find, if they working, can still find some decent pickups, especially late in the year. So otherwise, man, AJ and them just be running away with the league. Man, we got in the other league that me and Gene in. Everybody has been hit like by either like COVID, Robert Woods going out, season-ending injuries. Man, the one cat that's dominated the league has not had one injury. Like I think he had one time where Cook went out for like 2 games. But other than that, he hasn't had none of his players been hit by COVID or any hours. So man, everybody in the league hating on him. Like, man, why can that big Cup go out for the year? All right, next game up, man, is Philadelphia Eagles versus the Denver Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3. Under is 45 points at this point in time. So Broncos favored by 3. That's the home 3 points, right? So
I like the running backs in the Broncos. I like Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon.
Look, I like Javonte, and get my man going. They need to give my man going some love. They keep talking about how he's supposed to. They should have moved on from him and got him out of there. And Javonte should be the full-time starter. Man, Gordon's still putting up points for me. So I didn't even, and I feel bad because I didn't play him in the one league that I had him, and he got busy. So I played Carter over him. I had Cook and Carter in the lineup versus Cook and Gordon. But yeah, I like Gordon as well. I like Javonte. The question is, from a passing standpoint, you got Sutton and
Judy
and Patrick and then Jared Judy. I think the last time Philly came out, they got blitzed in the passing game, and particularly in week 9. So do you trust Bridgewater this week? Like, would you stream him? potentially.
Yeah, I would.
They said the Eagles are allowing over the last 4 games, the Eagles are allowing an 83% completion rate.
Mm.
Like, and we know that's the one thing that Teddy Bridgewater would do is
Ding and dunk.
ding and dunk and be accurate, right? He's not going to turn the ball over a lot, and make small plays. We may not get a big play out of him, but so if you're playing PPR or had PPR, you should be in for a treat. I like Judy out of the because Sutton his stock has been rocky. His production has been rocky, I should say, last few games. What about Hurts? You guys still rolling him out there? Still.
I mean, you got to. He still scrambles and stuff. Only person I'm looking at, I don't know about, is Devontae Smith.
Man,
Yeah.
I poo-pooed him I poo-pooed him that 1 week and he went off. So I'm gonna keep quiet on it. I still don't like him. Because from week 69, they said the Eagles have been the most run-happy team in the league, right? And so, at one point in time, they didn't act like they didn't even know how to run the ball and just let Jalen Hurts throw the ball all over the place. But they've been more competitive since they've been run-heavy. And so
you like Jordan Howard, or what's that?
Yeah, I like Howard. I like Howard out of there. Let me say this: I'm not itching to play any of them in regular season-long leagues, but Howard could be a potential sneaky play. He handles more than half of the rushing attempts, so I don't see why not. Yeah, so you got anything on this?
Terrence like, I'm not dealing with none of these.
or that 5 o'clock hitting you.
Nah, to be honest, I was looking at this. See, these are the games that be getting me because I look at it and I be like, I ain't playing nobody on that team, on either one of those teams. And then that joint end up being 37-32, just like all the points. You know what I mean? So, but nah, I'm not. I don't see. I can't picture the game flow in my head. So, I don't have if they go off, then it's just not. If this game go off, it's just not my week. But I'm not getting any players from either team. So,
no, I can dig it. I feel you on that. Before we move off, you like it in regards to a tight end? Any of those? Tight end between Dallas Goedert and Noah Fant?
I don't know. I don't like none of them.
I don't like none of them. I don't like Ted's Bridgewater. Nothing.
You don't like the Bridgewater.
I don't even want to watch this game. I don't know. I mean, but it could, like I said, they looked exciting last week. That's the real reason Eugene not on the podcast. I mean,
right.
The truth. They look good last week.
Ain't want to face that heat.
Right.
Between the Cowboys taking the L and my Warriors getting beat up.
You know how those sensitive Cowboy fans be.
Man, shout out to Gene on his test today. He tried to get his search.
Yeah.
At least that's what he told us. I don't know how many people take tests on Sundays, but let them have it.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about Sunday tests. No, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Right. So like, who's scheduled
on
your calendar?
At what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
8 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this is last minute study time. But, next game, man, is listen. This game at one point in time, you be looking like, oh man, this is a nice spot here. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Raiders. Over under is 51.5 points. I don't know if you can even trust that over under based on how Kansas City playing. Chiefs are favored by 2.5 or 3, 2.5 or 3 points, depending on what you're looking at.
The Raiders.
They're a road favorite, so I would definitely take the Raiders, man. If I was betting on this game, that's
I got the Raiders.
What's your thoughts, Terrence? I'm going with you.
Y'all got the Raiders just like just to cover,
right?
Not to win outright.
No.
I
mean, they might, but
Yeah, no, I like the Raiders in this game. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's same thing with Kansas City. You know, they gotta turn it on eventually. This is an
You
in
you
conference game.
you confident in that they got?
Man, I'm telling you, I believe
He
I
ain't
do
confident that.
believe
Say it with your
that
chest.
these teams they know when to get hot. You know, and I think Kansas City has been the team that's been hot early, and they say that, you know, Baltimore used to do the same thing, get hot early, and then, you know, come playoffs they don't do nothing. So I feel like Kansas City gonna turn on at the right time. It ain't really helping us fantasy players, but at some point it's Mahomes is Mahomes. You know, Hill is Hill. I mean, come on now. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna get back to being who they are. So just know when. I don't know. I don't know. It
Not
could
in
be this
this.
game.
Not in this game. Not in this game. I got shoot. I'm playing a lot of players from this game. I'm playing all the running backs, Drake and Jacobs. I think they're gonna go off. I'm playing the tight end, Waller. I'm playing Redfro and Carson. I I'm not too sold on Kansas City. Uh, they're beatable, so like people ain't scared of them no more. Mahomes is doing all these tricks, but not in this game.
Man, so I'm looking at Kelsey, and so he had a touchdown last week, which snapped a 3 game drought. But he had 6 consecutive games out of 100-yard performance. Right, so um, they it's giving up a league. The Raiders are giving up a league high 12 fantasy points per game to opposing tight ends. So it's a spot he should have a decent production day. Uh, so I guess I like him. What do you think about Deshaun Jackson? He's supposed to be active, make his debut today.
Ooh, I forgot all about Deshaun.
He ain't doing that.
I forgot the
I
Deshaun.
need I need to see if they decide to use him, if at all. Uh,
I want to see
well,
what his price tag
but
on DFS.
I like Derek Carr. Uh, yeah, man, that's pretty much. I got to roll Mahomes out there because I don't have any other quarterbacks to even come close. I thought let me see. I thought I didn't pick up. I think somebody already had Heineken. Maybe that's why I didn't pick him up. But
What do you think
so
about? What
yeah,
do you think about Kenyon Drake?
I actually like the running backs for the Raiders this week. I'm not sure exactly. Let me see. Yeah, I think I got Jacobs in that mid tier RB2. Um, you know, from a ranking standpoint. So
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see him doing something this week. All right, man. So last game of the weekend, the Los Angeles Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers. Rams are favored by 3 points. They're giving three as a road favorite. I mean, is there anybody that you don't like? Garoppolo had 326 yards, 2 touchdowns last week, and a loss to the Cardinals. Uh, but threw an interception, took 5 sacks, and he still wasn't able to put up a lot of points. Um, I don't know if there's any interest there. Daryl Henderson, let's see, yeah, 11 for 55 rushing last week against the Titans, which is his worst output of the year. What do you? I guess you definitely roll in. Elijah Mitchell had 2 straight 100-yard gains, but then he only had 36 yards last week. What's your thoughts on him, Jose? Since you're the resident San Fran man,
I
and
think
look,
they will.
wasn't that your whole budget, Elijah Mitchell?
Yes, 275. 275, man. I think he's gonna. I still think he's gonna have a good game. The issue is if they need to go to their identity, they're a running team. Like Shanahan keeps going back and forth between pass. Like he wants to pass when he's a running team. He's not a passing team. He doesn't have a passing team. He has a running team. His runs help open up the pass plays. You know, I mean, If he goes back, if he runs, I think Elijah Mitchell is a good play this week. It all depends on the play calling, really. So I'm
game turns.
I'm going with him.
I mean, you paying your people.
That's that 5 o'clock hitting turns.
Right.
Nah, I mean, I
He's not
can't
trusting
never
none.
call. Yeah, I can't never call San Francisco. I mean, you know, of course, you're playing Debo. Ayuk, you know, that's somebody you want to look at. I think I called him as a good pickup for the waiver wire. You know, so I'm actually starting him in a couple games.
Well, are you?
Yeah, I mean, on my season long, I'm starting.
Oh, okay.
You started Kittle?
So, yes, I got Kittle in there, of course. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and then Rams, you just you're same people, you know. So I think Ayuk is the only one who you wonder, but I'm high on Ayuk this week. So
All
just
right.
because
So
they got to score some points.
Woods is out. Any interest in OBJ?
No, he ain't got the playbook yet.
He's
I
playing
talked
though.
about OBJ last week, man. Like
He's playing though. He's playing this game.
We got to keep.
even if you replace Robert Woods, nah. I mean, I would maybe look at Van Jefferson.
Yeah, I like Van Jefferson.
He might get an uptick,
or Higbee.
Yeah, but I'm not playing OBJ. I gotta see it from him, man. I just don't believe it yet.
Right.
I think he just wants to be in LA for the limelight. We'll see.
For the brand.
Yeah,
itself.
for the brand. Exactly. I gotta see it on the field. I ain't seen it.
All right. So, man, look, that wraps up the this week's Sunday, slate of games. So I guess we can get into our DFS picks for the week. Man, who you going? Terms you want to take FanDuel or DraftKings for your?
Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and run them on down for y'all FanDuel real quick. Hold on, let me see what we got here. Yeah, I got something good for y'all today. Okay, here we go. I got Herbert coming in at home. Paired him up with Mike Williams bounce back game. Other wide receivers, like I mentioned, I'm going on the other side, Thielen. Terry McLaurin, I'm taking a homer pick. That's my lock right there. I got in running back, I got Jose Boy Cordell, however you pronounce that. And then I got
who's that?
Cordell
Patterson.
Oh, Cordell Patterson. Okay.
Yep. I got who I mentioned earlier, Fournette, and I got Dearness Johnson. I don't know about this defense right now. I got Arizona defense in there, but that could change. Defense. And then I got my boy Arnold, Jacksonville tight end. So that's my lineup right there. That's the money lineup. If you win, make sure you cut me off a slice and shout me out.
All right. What about yours? Are you going?
This is my DraftKings.
That was FanDuel.
Yeah, it was FanDuel.
All right. So what's up with the DraftKings, Jose?
I got two for DraftKings, if I'm allowed. The first one was Tom Brady. Patterson.
I like it.
Swift.
I don't like it.
This is the one that Terrence not gonna like. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tyler Johnson.
Who is Tyler Johnson? I'm sorry, I've been trying to figure out who that is.
He's a third receiver for Tampa Bay right now.
Man, keep that $5 in your pocket.
So I got Conklin, Gordon, and Titans defense.
But listen to what you talking about, right?
Yeah.
If you talk about DFS,
Yes.
meaning you need your wide receiver to score at least 20 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at 20 points is what? A touchdown and what 80 yards to that's 12. Nah, that's more than that. It's like 100 yards or 2 touchdowns. So you need at least 5 touchdowns from Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You need at least 5 touchdowns. It's impossible. It's not a likely scenario. It's not a likely scenario at all. And then on top of that, for him to be throwing that much, that means the Redskins got to be putting up points. I would take out one of those players and just run McLaurin back, because that means you're gonna need McLaurin to at least have 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. So take out one of them and put in McLaurin.
I'm gonna look. Tyler Johnson.
Think about game script.
Listen, I'm looking at game script. That's the reason why I put Tyler Johnson. I'm not expecting Tyler Johnson to give me 12 points. I'm expecting him to give me 12 points.
But that's what I'm saying. That 12 points ain't gonna do it for you in DFS. You gotta have.
I'm gonna get the rest of my points.
Times.
I'm gonna get the rest of my points. You gotta have
at least 3 or 4 times. How much is Tyler Johnson?
He's 36, I think, or 41.
41. Okay, yeah. So you need him to get 12 points. All right. So you just trying to cash. You're not trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keep your little $9.
Yeah. And then my other one was Wentz, Connor, Taylor, Agnew, Elijah Moore, Pittman, Fairmouth, and Patterson and Carr's defense.
That lineup sounds like it's about $42,000. Like you didn't even use 75% of the budget on that lineup, yo.
I think I got like maybe.
You got like $2,000 left, don't you?
Nah, I honestly got $200 left. It sounds like I have. Yeah. I like that though. I like that. I'm gonna post it. If I win money on this, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it so you can see it.
Oh, do we have a thing set up for us this week? Let's put our lineups against each other.
I already set mine up. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but Rodney sent out the link so we can compete against each other.
Yeah, I already said. I mean, I don't know if he did. I set mine up this week.
Did y'all get the new joint? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see
check it out. My roster already over there. I think I'm leading.
No, I'm gonna take a look. Cause I know I've been slacking.
How many times you played, Terrence?
What you mean? Like how many lines I got in?
No, how many times you played in that league?
Oh, with just us?
Yeah.
I think I only played it like 3 times.
Yeah, and I know I'm leading with points. If you look at the league,
it keeps track every week.
Yeah, it keeps track.
Yeah, so it's going to be a league. Yeah. So let me.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like a week-to-week thing.
Look, I've been slacking, so because I had to end up doing a new one, so I don't even know if we in the same joint. But I'm gonna take a look, and if not, I'm sending the link out again so we can.
No, I just saw it in my email. Say week 10, get your lineup in. So let me get my joint in real quick.
If you look at this the year status, it tells you what you're doing against in the league. Who's beating who. I thought I was number one.
Let me give my. Since you guys both did one FanDuel, one DraftKings, I'm gonna get a Yahoo joint. So I got Matt Ryan, got Dearness Johnson, I got Jonathan Taylor, I got McLaurin, Pittman Jr., Stephon Diggs, Kyle Pitts. I got James Conner at my flex and Pittsburgh defense.
I like everybody but Diggs.
I know he's suspect, but if he can just, only thing he need to do is give me 21 points, and I'm hoping he can get a touchdown and 80 yards. and a few catches in there. So, but let me see. So yeah, man. So let me see. Probably 1, 3.
I'm telling you, Washington game is going to be a high scoring game.
I think it's going to be high scoring, all right. But the question is, where that scoring going to come from? All right, man. So look, that's it for week 10, man. Y'all got anything on the way out? Any happenings on your end, family, otherwise?
I'm out in Florida right now. Just
man, look, I don't know, Jose.
I was wondering what that was.
Hey, look, I don't know if you noticed that. I thought it was the background until I started seeing the boats moving back and forth.
Oh man, you in Florida in that nice weather. That's what's up.
Yeah,
ain't that something?
I'll be back in the cold weather tomorrow.
I said, this man was. I thought he had a background.
The show, yeah, the blue screen.
Yes, man. Next thing you know, I see boats moving in the back. He's like, nah, check this out. I was like, oh, see, he's stunting on us.
Hey, I know Gene wants it, man. But Gene, if you watch it, look, I need you to accept my trade.
And I need Gene to relay the message that AJ and his mom are banned from the podcast. No more help. No more cameo appearances.
Nope.
That's it. All right, fellas, man. I appreciate it, y'all getting on, and
right.
we'll sort the carnage out on tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, yeah.
All right.
Sort through the records.
Yep.
All right, fellas.
Right. All right.